comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll return it. He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have the football first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Back to throw, it's King. And down he goes back at the 3.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. He'll take it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
It's just so nice to have a signal call. who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Georgia 14, Georgia Tech 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking downfield, it's King. He's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on fourth down. Hard running there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Got it in the middle. It's Coates. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Great job by the defense. You want to get him. Long, you know it's a passing situation. You know you get the guy on the ground. You know it's fourth and long now. It's a good chance for you to be successful, and hopefully that punt unit coming on the field.
And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. Just another week of SEC football where we've
turning it on. He's at the 50, the 30. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's King. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They punt it away on 4th down. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That's caught. It's Wiley. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Knight. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Looking down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Lee. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's King. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to set up the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. 3rd down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Working on the right. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Pulls it in. It's Wiley. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Looking to get it in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Bulldogs.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
35. Georgia Tech 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's King. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here comes the Heat, trying to make magic on the scramble. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. They're setting up the screen. Inside the 45. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Makes the catch. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Georgia Tech, 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air, it's King. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the gun, give on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Coates. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Back to throw, it's King. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the returner is stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Comes the offense on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting to TFL.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the grab. And they're able to make the tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's King. Fires left. Hits the open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coates. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though. Spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for a crease. It's Savage. Breaks the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And this one is perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Williams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Safe completion on the screen. Running to Green. There he goes. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the bite into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
56, Georgia Tech, 12.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. They've got the screen set up. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here we go, Zach. The give from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quickly to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Under fire. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Setting up the screen. They've got him before he gets the first down marker, and the screen does not deliver.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, Everything has gone their way, and here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of their way with their fingernails.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. On the move at the 30. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Shakes off the defender. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Near the 4-yard line. 1st and goal.
Looking to pass. It's Knight. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good.
Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pocket, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
At the 35, he's open. And And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Going for it all. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Men, maybe the most meaningful game in college football in recent years is underway. Michigan and Ohio State, and we have a quick update. Ohio State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Buckeyes fans wanted. But a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Knight. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Pulls it in. It's Wiley. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Georgia Tech, 22.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Swings it out to his running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese David.